Hi everyone. Thank you for joining in. So we are going to talk about the FOSS United, our story. I'm Vishal and I work full time for FOSS United. In next 3 months, I'm going to complete my 3 years. Uh, I joined FOSS United when the, f- it was just an idea that will create a community of FOSS developers, not just software, uh, everything around, everything around which is open for the public domain to use, reuse, and do some innovation on top of that. So, yeah.
Okay, so I'm audible, right? Okay, so very good morning, everyone, and I thank you all so much for being here today. So opening note. So when we were asked to do the opening note, I was actually quite confused as to how to start with it because I've never done an opening note before. And that's when one of my mentors suggested today morning that I could start with something personal. So that's how I'm going to start. So FOSS was relatively a new term to me. I'm doing my final year at my college, and it used to be quite a nascent term to me while I was in my second year, and I was tinkering with some projects just for learning's sake. And soon after that, I was into community management when I got shouldered with the responsibility of managing a community at my college. And that's when I got a few reality checks. One such anecdote was when I was supposed to take a session for a group of students. And joining the session online, then and there I realized that I'm going to take a session on data analysis for a batch of MSc students who are probably 5 to 6 years elder than me. And that was quite a shocking thing. And these students were not even aware of, how to handle a computer because that was their background of coming in. And that's when I got the biggest reality check. Some of us are privileged while some of us are not. And the biggest the question that came to me was, how do we actually evangelize the concept of digital literacy or software development or getting to know what software is to everyone? And soon after, I got associated with FOSS United, and I met all these amazing people, Rishabh, Kailash, Vishal, who've been mentoring me, who've been helping me get familiar with this ecosystem. And on that note, I'm going to start with what is our journey through the last 3 years, which I've been a part of for the past 5 months. And then I've just maintained a quick list of topics. I might not be going through each and everything, and as per the time permits. So just my definition of what FOSS should be. It doesn't even start with, with the idea of creating projects or creating products or anything. Just a problem, you feel that there is this problem that you need to solve, and there is a solution capability also. And in between, you have to, figure out how you are going to manage it, adding your own bit to it. And that's how your version of FOSS comes in. And this, according to Rishabh, is a circulating spiral of how the process goes on. First, it starts off with curiosity. You get curious about a whole lot of things that's happening, and then you get interested and you start your trial with building something or tinkering with something, and then you get feedback of what you build or what you create, and then you sort of adopt to it and then adopt it and make it yours. And if it's yours, you want it to be the best. It needs to be how the user leverages it, how to make it best for them. And that's how the fixing part comes up. And then you sort of evangelize it, spreading the word and making it available and making it familiar with everyone. So this is that circulating spiral that I've identified that is sort of associated with the whole FOSS ecosystem. Now Vishal is going to take over.
Yeah. So, okay. Audible now? Yeah. So we see a lot of business coming, a lot of tech startups, business using technology, leveraging technology to build their business. So we saw, the number, we have 100 plus billion-dollar valued startups in India. And, right, but when you see when you see they're leveraging the whole existing FOSS, building on top of existing FOSS, and not contributing back, feels a bit sad because we also think of, let's say there's no Git, right? Let's say somebody didn't build Git, they get back. Think of our life, right, over email, collaborating with other team members. So that's a reality. We do not contribute much to the ecosystem when we use the existing one, when you consume the existing software. Another data. So RBI recently released that we had $150 billion export of software service. And India has the potential to become the tech hub, as in exporting tech services to the globe by seeing the number of engineers we produce every year. I think we have more engineers than any other country in the world. So when we have that capability, that makes sense that we should have enough force for these engineers to use it, leverage it, learn from it, and then build something out from it. Next. Okay. So we started in 2020, like Riya mentioned, and the reason we started, we saw all the developers, FOSS developers are working in silos, or they are not in many reasons. And we thought of having a community where people can come, hack together, tinker together, virtually, in person. And we started doing meetups in every cities, and we are doing a conference in Mumbai. So we started with the idea of hacking and tinkering with the community and help each other. We have the idea of, we want to build FOSS for the social good, public good. We have been supporting a lot of FOSS projects, giving them grant to build FOSS so that they can work on it initially and then probably find out a way to sustain themselves.
Okay, so the first idea was to find a way to bring everyone together so that they get familiar with what the concept is, what the idea is, and instead of just getting into FOSS or delving into the idea of FOSS at first, the idea was to bring them all together, and events turned out to be one of the best sources to do that. So we have our flagship, so FOSS United has its flagship events in the form of India FOSS, which is our flagship conference, which it is usually held, the second edition, which turned out to be a very good hit, was held at Bangalore. And then we have FOSS Hack, our yearly flagship hackathon. The third edition of FOSS Hack was held the past week for the former weekend, and then it turned out to be really good with 170 plus projects coming across India. And then, so those are the two flagship events, and then inspired from the India FOSS conference, we have volunteer-run City FOSS conferences happening, and we had Kochi FOSS, we had Delhi FOSS, and now it's happening. And for the third, it's happening at Mumbai and again at Chennai. Then even parallelly, we have a lot of.
Just check out indiafoss.net. We have almost 6 coming in next 2 months.
So it's been going on a really fast-paced, flow. So after India FOSS happened, we sort of made a conference management app open, which is called indiafoss.net. You can visit that and see all our upcoming and live FOSS conferences. Then we have meetups, where meetups every month, which started at Bangalore, and where people come together, discuss their FOSS projects, ideas, and evangelize themselves. No, so now the second idea was to have quality FOSS projects from India, and so giving grants to support their initiatives, their workflows is another note that we focus on. So these are some of the projects that we have provided grants for: Glyphic, Passable, SkyTable. Mon School was a project that we developed internally, and then right now it's going on a spree as a free and open source learning management system, and sort of it is also a very good tool for students to get started with the idea of programming.
I'll quickly cover this. So from last 2 years of experience working with non-profit organization, we felt we could create significant impact by helping social development organization, non-profit organizations, by giving our little effort, little time to them. So in the last almost 3 years, we have been able to help dozens of NGOs, non-profits. Few examples you can see here. So there is Robin Hood Army who collect the remaining food from restaurant and nearby, and then help and give away to the people who are hunger, who need the food and who doesn't have the money or access to get food. We build a check-in system so that volunteer can check in and track how many people have been served. We built India Labour Line to help laborers in distress. Where any laborers in distress call to a toll-free number. We use ERP Next heavily for that, and somebody telecounselor is helping them with over phone call, and a lot of problems are just solved quickly because of the system we have built. So we started. So last 3 years we are mostly funded by Frappe and Zerodha, the two organizations who started FOSS United with the goal of promoting FOSS. And we felt there is need of more collaboration, more industry coming in and with the same intention, or giving us their time, some support, so that we can scale this and reach out to more developers in their companies or in their network, and scale and reach out to basically with more partners. Our goal is to make this impact huge, and we recently started this a couple of months back, and we have onboarded 9 partners. You can see the list, and if you are part of any company or aware of who could be our potential partner, let us know.
So this is the FOSS United team, and along with myself and Vishal, we have Kailash and Rishabh, who is the founding board members. We have Venkisa, Vinay, Alfia, and Prakashi on board, and we also have a dedicated team of volunteers who are there up and front for all the events, for all the support and everything. So just looking above and beyond, we want to indulge as a community and bring out initiatives that are powered by the community. We want to develop. We are working on developing an integrated student program so that the FOSS culture can be developed in campuses. We give hackathon grants and even grants for students to support their activities, but it's just that we are going to make it into an integrated system so that the culture is set and well grounded. Tech plus policy is another note that we'll be focusing on. And then to connect social development and FOSS, just interlinking the system together, bringing out more projects for public good and other things that are going to come. So on that note, this is a quick review of our story with FOSS United, and both of us with the entire team welcome you all to MumbaiFOSS. So I hope you enjoy all the talks, all the interaction that you'll be having today. And make sure that you share your experiences on social media, because as Abhishek told, we'll be giving away 3 T-shirts for the best shared tweets. Thank you, everyone, and hope you all have a nice day.